And now, a thought from Mann. I feel like kids get a bad rap when it comes to media made for them. I mean, sure, they have educational stuff like your Sesame Streets and Barney and whatnot, but a lot of the times they get a lot of garbage for when they get a little older, like 8 to 12. I just feel like that creators shouldn't forlorn effort just because it's made for kids. You're still making something that can have an impact on somebody, so why not put the best effort in that you can? You shouldn't go in with the mindset that, well, it's for kids, so why should we put all this effort into it? Because really, when you do that, you're leaving a bad impression on the child. They're just gonna think, well, being lazy is good and it manages to get by, so why don't I be lazy? And at that point, you're just allowing mediocrity to reign. And that just shouldn't be the case, because then you're just saying never put effort into what you do, even if you love doing it. What's bad is a lot of the time you get studios that just say, we don't need to put much effort into it, so just put any random crap out there. And big name studios like Disney even fall for this. I mean, Pickle and Peanut. Looking at this and watching it, you realize there was no effort into that. There was clearly no semblance of effort. They just thought, kids are dumb, they don't think that well, so we don't need to put a lot of effort into it. They're simple-minded, they'll laugh at any garbage we'll put up. And you shouldn't do that. The product you're making can have a lasting impact and leave a big impression on them, so why not leave a good impression or leave a good impact? So when you decide, just be lazy, it doesn't need to have that much effort into it, it doesn't need to be that creative or anything. You're just telling kids, hey, you don't need to put effort into anything you do. You can get by with the smallest amount of trying as you can and you'll still succeed. And that's not a good message. That's just saying, hey, be lazy. That's perfectly fine. And that's just not good.
What the fart?
A lot of the time, media talks down to kids by having pop culture references, and it just feels like, why do that? You're just saying, hey, we don't take you seriously at all. And even though you're our audience, we still think you only care about pop culture like Britney Spears or Drake or Future, rap, hip-hop, stuff like that. And that's awful, because sometimes kids can be going through real shit, and honestly, having something that speaks to them on that level can be good for them. That's why you can appreciate shows like Steven Universe, because it tries to speak to kids on an intelligent level, like they're actual human beings that care about other things rather than what's popular at the time. Steven himself embodies the idea of being uncertain about yourself or the choices you make, and a lot of kids can easily identify with that. You should be able to talk about stuff that involves the human condition, because kids are human. They can understand what it's like to go through life or have emotional turmoil. Kids have to go through life just like everybody else, so they can identify what it's like to go through certain issues that people are going through.
I didn't want to hurt anyone! I'm sorry! None of them would let me help them. I had no choice.
It's okay.
No, it's not.
But it's okay to think about it.
Media for kids is honestly more important than it is for adults, because kids, they're so young and impressionable that they're going to be the next ones leading. So you honestly want to say, hey, I'm the one that taught them that. Hey, they learned that from me. So when you decide to just put no effort into what you're doing, you're not inspiring them to do any great for later on. You're just telling them, hey, be lazy, it works, and then you get crap later on. And then you create a cycle of mediocrity because you put no effort into what you were doing, so the next generation thought, hey, I don't need to put effort in, so here's this lazy piece of mediocre crap. And then you might find yourself complaining, hey, why are we just getting total crap now? Because you didn't want to inspire the youth. And that's why you should. You should put effort into what you're doing, even if it is for a kid's show, because you're going to inspire someone to do great things because of it. And I think you can get better results from that rather than just being lazy because, well, kids are dumb. Don't treat kids like they're stupid. They're developing, and you should be the ones to help mold them. But that's just a thought.
Bye.